wanted to say something to someone and have them say something back. Welcome to Candid Conversations. Let's chat. Okay, sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 240. I know it says 39, unless I changed it, in which case, oops, again, of Candid Conversations. We are here with author Theodore Ambie-Barango. Am I saying that right?
Man, you said that so right.
Okay. Now, notice he's on the big screen. I'm doing the humble thing and taking this small box in the corner right here because y'all see me and hear me all the time. Like, we're here to feature the artist behind the art, or, you know, the business person behind the business. And right now we have an author here. Now, they say controversy sells, and
that is a sick opening line.
I met the man who I had the opportunity to meet the man who coined that phrase, Eric Bischoff, in working with the CWF, Canadian Wrestling Federation. And let me say he stood behind those lines because he is a very controversial man.
Yeah.
And so I say that to say, when what was it? God, man, let me look at this. I want to make sure I say this right. Man-made God.
Oh, that is
we started heavy here. We started heavy, ladies and gentlemen. I want to.
Look, I love that.
Can't. And I've been told I should have been a lawyer from I was 6 years old. I'm 42 this year. Okay, so like I have an affinity for an argument. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
I don't know if I have enough grounds to argue this. So let's have a conversation about this perspective. And this is out of your book here?
Yeah, that is the title of a chapter in my book. I actually have a copy right here with me.
Okay.
You know the beauty of having written a book, the blog, is I have no words left but the words that are in my book.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
100%. It's like when I write a song. Once I've written a song, I don't have to say those words again.
Exactly, because I find that coming to the understanding that I did, especially the one I did when I wrote that chapter, there is no better words I could utter that would pass that message across than the words in my book. Like if there were those words, they would be in my book. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
But I'm so curious, what did you think when you saw that chapter? Like when you opened it, did you go, Karabosha, get this thing away from me?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at it and I was just like, hold on a second now. Wait a minute. And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Because you know how it is with the faith. The moment you think those words, as a man thinks, so he is.
Yeah.
So you don't even want to utter them in your inner mind if you don't truly believe them.
But then again, I am man, and if you know what I mean, it's like if that was the case, which it could be because it was written, like who knows who sold who to write what.
It's a whole lot of who's.
And who, a lot of W's, man. There's the W 5 times 12 at least.
It's
like
that's the only reaction to that chapter is speechlessness, to be honest. And I've read my book. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, I've read my book at least 50 times. At least.
Okay.
Every time I get to that chapter, because it's the one right after everyone's favorite chapter of my book. It's the one right after Ventolin. So like you're in the groove and you're like, empathizing with this poor kid who had asthma growing up and fainted and whatnot and all of that. And then next page, man made God. Oh boy. And you just kind of like have to. But then look at the verse of scripture that I put in the intro to that chapter though.
Yes, that
Are
was.
you are you
Um,
familiar with that verse in the Bible?
let me turn. Let me see this for a second. Okay. Specifically, and I'll read it out loud for people to hear it. God is not human that he should lie, and not a human being that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill?
Yes.
That not entirely, but enlighten me.
That was written by Moses.
Oh, I got a funny story about that.
Tell me.
I was in a car accident in 2004,
Yeah.
and I did carpentry. I studied carpentry at school. So because I walked a lot and my back was jacked, I whittled a staff. And my uncle saw me driving while he was driving through town one day. And ever since then he's called me Moses.
Because of the staff. How many rivers have you parted?
I mean, like, I live by a canal right now, so it was man-made as well.
Fair enough. I would argue that you are just like Moses and have parted 0 rivers.
Oh, hey man, I guess you could look at the law-bringing side of things. I don't know. We won't go there because there's we'll just say things like Terrell 2026 and leave it at that. So
I'm gonna have a good time on this show, man. We're
gonna have a great time. We're coming close to our first commercial break, but I gotta let you know that Candid Conversations was co-created by Private Name, Private Number, and is brought to you in part by the Village Global Network, our executive producers, Senior G and Kimmy K. And also, Expose the North is the place to be when you want to get that exposure. Be sure to check out sharetheshock.ca for the latest from the soon-to-be greatest. Scroll to the bottom of any page and check my links. We can have conversations that go beyond the boundaries of what you think. Be sure to check out Culture Shock Radio. That's Zeno.fm/CULCHASHOCKRADIO. Zeno.fm/Culture Shock Radio. You're in the mix. Come get your fix every Wednesday at 8 a.m. for Candid Conversations, or Saturdays at 8 a.m. for the Terrell Effect, which play live at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays or 12 p.m. on Saturdays, respectively. Be sure to check us out at youtube.com/@EXPOSETHENORTH 8741. That's youtube.com/@Expose the North 8741, and we will be right back. And we're back. All right. So, man, that was like 2 minutes.
I don't know how you said that so accurately. I was checking the spelling as well. I was like, okay, EXPO. Oh yeah, he's right.
Yo, I don't know. I've been told I'm a walking advertisement, really. So,
Yeah.
I'm this long in the game. It's like I'm sure people who know you as an author expect you to say something profound every time you talk.
And only the stupidest things come out of my mouth.
I'm telling you, like I was told that I should have been a lawyer, and I'm telling you, going into entertainment production, I've had more arguments than I think I would have had if I had the piece of paper to show that I knew how to argue.
Yeah.
It's It's just one of those
You know,
things, man.
you know what's funny is I have a diploma in contract and tort law,
Ah,
as well as one in the English legal system.
oh man.
So when I was a kid, right,
Yeah.
all my birthdays after grade 10, I want to say, which is essentially when I had chosen the path I was going to study. For
Okay.
all my birthdays, my mom got me a cake with a barista kind of like, the barista regalia that they wear in the courts with the hair,
Yeah.
with the fake hair, the wig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cake that had the wig on it, kind of like a lawyer themed cake for all my
Okay.
birthdays. Even when I moved to Canada, my mom would
Okay.
send me a picture of a cake that she had a baker make, and it would have the wig on it because she
o-
still thought I was going to be a lawyer.
Okay.
But kind of like Paul did it. I was the lawyer who left the faith and now started arguing against it, as opposed to he who was outside the faith,
Yeah.
converted and started arguing for the faith.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's there's something about those books that open your eyes.
Yes.
Contract law. I read it. I didn't really. I studied it in the sense of my contractual arrangements with different organizations, but not officially documented. But man, I don't think I ever like if I ever write a contract,
Hmm.
if I ever write a contract, brother, it is gonna
Mm.
have to be so specific. Like I read a couple
Mm-hmm.
contracts, I signed a couple contracts, and it's just like the
Mm-hmm.
legalities that go into it are just
Man. And it's when you study that, especially contract law, because tort law is really just about negligence, and it's about proving that a human being made a mistake, essentially. But you
yeah.
see contract law is essentially how wide can I expand the English lexicon such that I can prove that my client did not do this thing that you said they did. Like if you said, I stole from you, as a
Yeah.
contract lawyer, I am going back to the lexicon dictionary to be like, how can we redefine theft such that this is not theft? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, how can I offer a service to a to an individual, and then how can I offer a service to an individual at full price without giving them the full breadth of that provision?
Without
Tell
them
us
also
what?
knowing. Oh my God. You and I have beef with the same person. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I hear that. I hear that.
But yeah, it's man, when you then go through something like that, you start to look at language a bit suspiciously.
hmm
You start to look at language as a tool, because if language is something that creates a profession where two human beings are convinced they are right, then
hmm
that's no longer neutral. That's definitely a machination. And you
mm
just need to understand how the machine works.
Okay. Well, imagination is the insulation of intelligence. I'm gonna coin that phrase somehow.
Imagination is, yes.
It,
Yeah.
it really is when you think about it, because you gotta like navigate through certain things, and sometimes what you already know isn't exactly what's gonna get you through what you don't know is gonna happen next. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
this is wild.
100%.
Theodore Ambie-Barango, the author of the book titled
Lost in scripture.
"Lost in Scripture." Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, the organized aspect of it, community. I believe in the
Mm,
sense of community, in the sense of if I have and I can share, I will share with those who don't have.
yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't feel like it should be an obligation or an expectation, though. Like, I can't
Mm,
expect you to feed me because you go to work and, you know what I mean, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do your work and you put in your time and you put in your effort. But then I have an expectation that you're going to take away from what you do to give to me unless you choose to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the situation that I currently endeavor might make me sound like a hypocrite because we eight people deep in this house right now. You know what I mean?
My man is looking left and right.
Really, I'm making choices, and they're active. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, how do some people who have little have that sense of giving, but people who have billions of dollars don't have the sense of the same level of contribution?
Yeah. Man, I feel like it reminds me of two stories in the Bible. How crazy is that? But it
Yeah.
does remind me of two stories in the Bible.
Okay.
The first one is the widow's mite. Um, this was a widow, had virtually nothing according to the biblical story. She came
Mm-hmm.
into she came into the same synagogue that Jesus and his disciples were observing in. Jesus had already seen a bunch of the rich men go in and drop really expensive offerings and whatnot. And this poor woman went to the front and dropped her mite, her let's just say a pound or a cent or 25 cents or something. And Jesus remarked that she had given the most out of everyone. So that's the first story. The second
Okay.
story is the one of Nicodemus, who, or wait, maybe not Nicodemus. This is I'm going to tell the story of the rich man who came to Jesus and said, "Look, I have done everything that Moses instructed us to do in the law.
Mm-hmm.
I give alms, I pray, I fast, etc. What shall I do to inherit the kingdom of God?" And Jesus told him, "Sell everything you own and give it to the poor, and then come and follow me." And then he went away distraught. And Jesus responded, "It will be very hard for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven than for a donkey to go through the eye of a needle," right?
Mm.
Those two stories tell me that if thousands and thousands of years ago, when these things that Jesus experienced and lived supposedly happened, if it was still impossible to understand the greed of those that have, as well as
Mm.
the propensity to be kind of those that don't have, then nothing is new under the sun. There are two ways to live life. You could be kind or you could not be kind. And um, religion tries to create a world where if we put the expectation of kindness on everyone, then surely everybody will be kind. But sadly, I don't think that's how human beings operate most of the time. I think with or without religion, people who will be good, and with or without religion, people who will be bad. Religion is just going to be one extra tool that each of those people could use to do what they were originally going to do anyway.
And on that note, we will be right back. Candid Conversations is brought to you in part by Coast to North. We go there and beyond. Culture Shock, we are the product. Culture Shock Magazine, the seed for those unseen in the scene. At Culture Shock Radio, you're in the mix. Come get your fix. We'll be right back. All right. Oh man, this is exactly what people need to see. This religion is a tool for those who are gonna do what they were gonna do anyways, and I can't argue that because it really, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's sad.
it's
Yeah.
it's perplexing. It's like I got a call yesterday from a company, and if I say their name too many times, I might be held liable. But I'll tell us what's going on. And I called them on November 27th. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They came to me and said, hey, you're eligible for this. I'll put my business out there because I know a lot of you go through this with your own service provider. So I'm showing you what I go through and how to deal with it.
Have you already said their name once on this call?
Twice. Okay. If we're counting. But so I said on the November 27th, no, before that. Yeah, no, November 27th, I saw I was eligible for an offer that they made to me. Now, you know all of my credentials, you know my payment history, you know all of that stuff. So you know whether or not I should actually be able to get this or not. Don't offer it to me if I'm not eligible for it. Because if you tell me that it's mine, I'm going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a black man truth.
Okay. So it gets to the point where the offer they make is zero up front, but the expectation is to cover the taxes. So I said, you're misrepresenting the truth. I need to speak to your superior. Go through the rigmarole, finally get to someone who is actually going to deal with the situation. Then they can't deal with the situation because they got to call someone who's not there. This goes on for 3 weeks. I already have a frontal lobe brain injury. Okay. So I don't have patience for much. Like, I wake up angry at breakfast sometimes. Okay.
There's so many things you say I'm going to steal in my day-to-day life. Whether or not I have a frontal lobe injury, I'm going to say that from now on.
No, it's all good. It's all good. If I quit a phrase, I quit a phrase. I'm not much closer to my lexicographic ambition. But, but I said, let me speak to you. Oh, you can't only talk to someone this high. I said, okay, cool. So I get to the point now where I lose all sense of my faculties. I'm just done. And I revert to my battle rap days where everything coming out of my mouth is possibly not as kind as it could have been if I was thinking about it and not just reacting to the adrenaline that was coursing through my veins.
Yeah.
So I say to my guy, so I got a call yesterday after all this happens. They finally they finally had to buy out my phone, buy out my contract, zero out my bill, and send me the watch and the phone.
Heck yeah.
The watch, right?
Heck.
The watch right
Heck
there.
to the fucking ear.
And the phone. Right there. Right
Holy
there.
sick.
Okay. So, and that was after 3 weeks. Now, mind you, not everybody has the time to do that, but I did. So
today I have the time.
So I get a call yesterday. Senior management. I said, wait a minute. Where were you 3-4 weeks ago? Where were you last year when there was a misunderstanding on the line about your responsibility based on your contractual obligations were not entirely being fulfilled? Because I took them to like, if I go from where I live to Niagara Falls, which is like 20 minutes away, phone calls drop halfway through. They're building a hospital. The hospital has a line of sight for about 10 kilometers because of how tall it's going to be. Put a signal processing tower on that and improve my signal and my service. Oh, we're not that far ahead. No, you're not. So that's part of the money that I'm paying you goes to improving the service. So where is the service improvement?
And guaranteeing you a certain quality of service that they promised you.
They don't want these kind of conversations to happen, man. Let me let them go for a second. So back to, let me let them go. Because I don't think they realize the caliber of person they're dealing with and the people that, like, notice as soon as I had problems, and this is the universe at work, as soon as I had contractual problems, I'm speaking to someone who studied contract law. Don't play with me.
let me know if you need someone to speak on your behalf too.
Bro, I hope to God this line. I hope to the highest of heights that this stays open. This line, like, you might be I might have to have a whole different segment where I call you and get you to give people advice on their contracts because, like,
Oh man, contracts is man. I had a similar run-in with the same person you're talking about, the same entity you're
yeah,
talking about. Moved into this house. They, they never delay in starting the billing cycle, by the way.
mm-mm.
The billing cycle never delays, but you getting your internet could be delayed. And so mine was delayed by a week and a half, but they already took the first bill. I called them immediately and I was like, look, I've disconnected my credit card from my account. Until you give me my internet and repay me for the first bill, I'm not connecting back.
Mm,
We got 2 months free.
nice.
I didn't get my internet for a week and a half, which still pissed me off. But like sometimes people need to, I think, hold these corporations accountable for the things that they promise. And it's really not on the call center employees, because most times they will put the call center employees in front of them like a shield.
True.
But I feel like once you talk with them and they understand where you're coming from and they understand that your beef is not with them, is with who hires them, they are most likely going to try to help you because, yeah, I think we're all facing these difficulties in our day to
100%.
day.
And sometimes you got to break down that corporate wall. Like I've had to talk to them like, yo, listen, I've been doing this for 20 years. You probably haven't even been working there for 20 months. Save yourself the stress and let me just get to the person who has the authority to do what you
Make a
can't.
change. Yeah.
It's just that
Sometimes
simple.
they'll present you options, but those options are really just within their realm of possibilities. And you know that there are better options. Oh man.
I used to work for Rogers through the source by Circuit City. They have pages.
So many. Look, that's the knowledge, man. That's the knowledge. You have knowledge that many people don't.
Divine achievements bring life's opportunity carrying knowledge, sir. It's more of an affirmation than an alias. But we will be right back. All right. Yeah. Oh, why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. 27:28. That was interesting. All right. Well, this is possibly my favorite segment of any show that I do because it's where I flip the script. Now, when I flip the script, I give the guest the opportunity to be the host and ask any questions they may have or make any statements they may have to make. So, Theodore, Ambie-Barango, you have the floor as we flip the script.
Do you think that we should all be quiet? Every human being in the world.
That's okay. I'm going to answer that two ways. In one way, yes, because the quieter we are, the more we hear, the more we hear, the more we understand, the more we understand, the more we grow, the better we are. But no, in the sense of the less we fight, the less we receive, the less we receive, the more we need, the less we grow. So to some degree, we need to be a little quieter. I guess we need to choose more effectively when we make noise.
Okay. What kind of noise? To broaden my question, do you think human beings should stop talking? Should we abolish language?
Ooh.
This is all in the spirit of the contractual conversations and language being a tool.
As someone who has used language as one of his best tools, I would be hard to say yes. However, I would hope that if not abolishing language, there would be a better effort to clarify linguistics and the importance of communication, because telepath comes before telephone in the book, and they have it in the dictionary, and they still haven't taken it out yet. So, yeah, we'll just leave that where that is.
Oh, wait, no, I like that though. You can't just drop that battle rapper.
Hey,
Like,
you still have the floor, so by all means, if there's a follow-up question, I'm here.
wow. No, no, I think you've done it justice, honestly. I've since writing my book, I've I've in a way become susceptible to the very things that makes the Bible one of my arch nemesis, in that the Bible is written, and the moment you write something, it becomes a problem.
Mm, I
Everything
find
is
that,
perfect once it's up here.
yeah.
You understand it the way you know it should be understood.
Hmm.
But the moment you write it out, you have created at least 1,000 interpretations
Uh,
in language. In language. So let me keep going with this.
okay,
Two anecdotes. I've had my dog Troy for 5 years now.
okay,
In the 5 years I've had him, he has never spoken to me.
true.
But the thing that cannot lie is his biology. If he's tired, he will not walk.
Mm,
If he's cold, he would lift up his paw.
okay,
If he needs to pee, he will pee right where he is, especially if it's been a day since I took him out, you know.
yeah,
And if he loves me, which is virtually all the time, he would come lick my face to let me know.
yeah.
There is no confusion
Hmm.
with when language is not present. But the moment I look at him and I go, sit, he looks at me like, you know, I'm introducing a strange concept into his world. I'm
Okay,
introducing language into his world, and language doesn't exist. In fact, I could be cuddling him, and then he's understanding my love from that.
yeah.
But then confusion sets in the moment I go, sit, out, down. Keep that in mind, and let me tell you a story from the Bible, the Tower of
Okay.
Babel. Are you familiar with the Tower of Babel?
The phrase, the terminology, not entirely the story.
I'll catch you up. I'll catch you up. In the tower, it's one of the first stories in the Bible. The early men, I don't know how Moses knew this, but he wrote about it. The early men were building a tower. No language, zero communication in the form of language.
Okay.
They achieved a height of unity that the human race has not come close to till date, because they made a tower way back when, according to Moses, that got the biblical God terrified. And I'm quoting directly from the Bible. God said, if we allow these people, according to the Bible, if we allow these people with the level of unity they found to keep going, they will breach the heavens and become like us.
Okay. That probably explains why I build downwards. But
God's
oh
biggest,
man.
God's
But
biggest
no,
defense.
that's astounding. Really it is.
Yeah.
Like to achieve that, and it kind of furthers my belief that body is the first language that we learn, because when you're a baby out the womb, you don't know how to
Oh,
say, Mom, I need a bottle, Dad, I'm hungry, you know what I mean?
exactly.
Change my diaper. You just know where.
Exactly. You just know how to both read bodily language and
Hmm.
express bodily language. Two things that cannot lie,
Yep.
really. Um, and to wrap that second anecdote up, God's biggest defense against what human beings can achieve with unity in the absence of language, his defense was to send language. So
Uh,
the Bible says, I will go and put confusion among them so that they will not continue in this unified manner. And that is Moses' explanation for how we got language. That is my explanation for how the human race was fucked with.
Wow. And I'm looking at all the times I'm working with people and talking to them, and other times where I'm working with people and just working around them quietly. And yo, I can't lie. I have studied words since I was 6. Okay, like I said earlier before we started on here, I wanted to be a lexicographer. I will make a phrase that goes in Webster's official book, or a word that goes into Webster's official thesaurus or something like that. And you can mark me on this day that you're seeing it, at this time that you've seen it, you heard it, me say it. So
Yeah.
that means The Rock invented the word SmackDown. The Block will invent some other word like Terrius or something like that. You know what I mean? Something that's terrible but hilarious at the same time. Don't believe me? You don't think that could be a word, huh? You picture an old person falling. Go ahead. It's terrible and hilarious at the same time. It's not right.
That is Terrius. I'm imagining it right now.
Exactly.
In my imagination, I'm going, oh my God, that's Terrius.
You see, it fits. So it's, don't worry. We'll get places. We'll get places. We got another commercial break coming up, and we will be right back with Theadore, Ambie-Barango. All right. Okay.
If I use that word in a subsequent book, and people ask me, I'll tell them it's the Block who created it.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
We'll get it into Urban Dictionary, my friend.
At least Urban Dictionary. I'll take it.
At least Urban Dictionary.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go. I'm for it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the culture comes from the Urban Dictionary. I mean, if you can't find it in the actual Webster's dictionary.
Yes.
So it is what it is. Oh man, life has an interesting way of bringing people together. If you pay attention, some of the people you need to work with are at arm's reach from you, and you just don't even know. And some of the people, like, you know what I mean, that you're working with right now might be sabotaging your stuff. You got to double check. You know what I mean? I have a good network right now, and I gotta thank my wife for being like my second in command. Jacks of all trades is a business that is servicing Niagara and beyond. Is that her popping in behind me? Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, bro, in the last 3 years, I've done so many things. Like, we rebuilt the studio in like the last 3 weeks. I have a stage in the basement. Like, I'm looking to put some seminars on, some stage shows, slam poetry, you name it. We try to make it happen. And like, book readings. I do some book readings. You know what I mean? Like a book of the month. You know what I mean? Have the author come in and do a little, sit down on the stage and kind of talk to like an intimate number of people and just kind of, converse about the developments of the book and how it came to be, and, pick certain things out of it. You see where I'm going with this.
I do see where you're going.
All right. So yeah, I'm in Welland, Ontario, Canada. You know what I mean? We're going to make Niagara the epicenter of entertainment again. We got a lot of tourists coming out of it from all over the region, or from all over the world. We got a lot of people coming out here.
Yeah.
So
Ontario is home. I was there for 10 years.
Okay.
Lots of family there as well. So you never know.
All right. Hey, possibilities are endless, and probability is just a matter of how much effort you put into a likeliness.
Ooh, I should have said that in math class.
Oh man, I don't even know where that came from, but I like the way it sounded.
It was dope, lyrical and rhythmical.
Thank you. I appreciate it from a fellow wordsmith.
It was accurate.
Oh man.
Well, you know the funny thing about book reads? Last year for my birthday, just before I published my book, my wife, amazing woman, she organized a surprise book club for my book. Because she had access to some of my manuscripts, so she printed them out invited a few of my friends, and we went to a bookstore here in Edmonton. And I tell you right now, cutest idea, but I broke down. I cried the whole time. I
Okay.
got in and I just started crying. It was so cute. My heart could not take it.
Oh
And
wow.
I don't recall for how long. She was pacifying me, helping me to calm down, everything, and then we started the book club. They
Mhm.
gave me my manuscripts to read. The block. I just started crying again.
Oh
Like
wow.
I could not laugh. I could not comport myself. All of that to say, I am still working on getting myself
Okay.
ready for a book.
All right. We got time. We got plenty of time, but let me know when you're ready because the stage is ready for you.
Thank you. It's just
No
about me
problem.
regulating my emotions. It's just
I,
about me regulate because this book is very, very it's a very personal one and it's a very yeah, I think it's very vulnerable. So every time I read it, in fact, I was reading it just before I hopped on this
okay.
because I was like, wow, it's like yeah, it's a really crazy piece of work. But I know there will be book clubs in my future. I know
Do
I
you
will at
have
some.
do you have a recorded like an audio version of it?
I need to work on that. I don't have it right now. I need
I
to
could
work on
lend
that.
you my voice. There.
I will. I. Are you serious?
100%.
You have the purest, cleanest voice, and I don't think you've made a mistake. And it's been 40 something minutes of recording.
Yeah, 41.
Let's talk.
Okay. All right. There we
Let's
go.
talk.
So
Let's talk.
let's make some stuff happen, man. We got to educate the future. They got to know about the way things are and the way things were and the way things should be. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I still see certain land masses and the mass of their land, and it's still less than the mass of other lands that don't have as much mass as they do mans. So, yeah, yeah.
This
I
man
can do
is
this all
drop.
day.
This man is dropping. Have you written? Have you written these words down?
No, some of them just come off the top of my head. Like I don't like. Some of them come off the top of my head so quickly that like as I go to say them or grasp them, they're gone. It's like I'll be driving with my wife and we'll be going like a 15-minute distance or something, and at least 8 minutes of that I'm freestyling to an instrumental that pops up on the song or talking over someone else on their beat.
Dude, that is an impressive skill. That
Thank
is
you.
amazing. I don't know how. I've watched like rap battles. I listen to a
Mhm.
lot of rap. Till date, I don't know how that happens. Like I was
A li-
listening to Clip's new album
yeah.
on the drive back from Jasper, and I was
Okay.
like, all of every sentence, every line in this body of work is sounds like a Harvard PhD student's thesis paper. It sounds so educated, rich, deep in literature, lore, and just Black history, and just
Yeah.
it's so brilliant. How do you guys' minds work like this?
The clips do that. Like the best of the best really feed off of the history of the culture and kind of clarify in like misconceptions a lot of the time. And that's
Mm,
what I aim to do with some of my music. It's like if I can't teach you something or be thankful for what I have, then I probably shouldn't be recording. And a lot of the times I have something to be thankful for and something to teach. So that's why I do what I do on a regular. But we got to revisit these conversations another time.
we
Theodore
must.
Ambie-Barango, I appreciate your time, your effort, and your energy. Oh, man, this has
Thank
been a
you.
great conversation.
Can I say one last thing?
By all means.
You see the sign on your hat, right?
Yeah.
I've got three of them on my hand.
Ah.
It's been a massive pleasure.
It has been a blessing. Thank you very much. And stay tuned. We'll have a conversation just after. All right.